and then I look forward to some questions from you, so that we can interact and you can reap maximum benefit of my presence, right? Because sometimes we would have thought about some things to share, but may not share everything. But when you ask questions, right, and trickle our minds, you'll be able to draw more information and more data from our end, right? So let me see, because I've seen various student audience. Some of them were really vibrant. Where we didn't have time, we had to stop asking students to, from asking questions. And there are certain students where I have also seen there were no questions, right? So we all know, how people react to advices. So I'm not here to share any advice. I'm actually here to share some of my own life experiences and what's happening inside Infosys, right? So some of those aspects. And obviously the third one is, about what you have to do, right? What are different opportunities available for you to prepare yourselves for a better future, right? To become a global professional and to achieve your own dreams, right? So that's the three aspects I have in mind to share with all of you. How many of you here have studied all along in Tamil medium? Are you okay? Me continuing in English? Are you able to follow me? Yes? Okay. How many of you studied in all along Tamil medium? In my first year of college in engineering, in hostel, right? I had 3 of my roommates, 4 of us were in the room. There were 2 people from Orissa. There was another guy from Mumbai. Okay? And the condition, right? I know Tamil, but they do not know Tamil, right? I can understand English, right? It's not that, but I have not spoken. Okay, I have not eloquently spoken, or I have not continuously conversed in English, right? And those guys from Orissa and Mumbai, they know very good English, but they don't know Tamil, right? So that, I can't, and we all unfortunately do not know Hindi, in which at least, as a common language, we can't converse with them as well. In that few months initially, right, the only conversation that I used to have with them, let's go for breakfast, let's go for lunch, let's go for tea. So maybe whatever, obviously I think in a professional setup in companies, English is the most used language, right? So you should be able to communicate, you should be able to present details in a proper way, in a simple and proper way. You should be able to present your ideas, right? So many of us, in fact, let me tell you, this is the challenge in some of the organizations, enterprises in India especially, right? I'm not talking about Infosys, I'm talking about the entire IT industries, right? For example, one of the feedback which comes from our customers is your people are not talking in a meeting, right? It's not only for freshers, it is for experienced employees as well, right? You sit in a meeting, even if you have 5 years experience, when somebody, when some client is speaking, your client may be from Europe, the client may be from US. One of the complaints that they say, right, in our feedback, we collect feedback every 6 months, every year, there is a client feedback survey that we get it from our clients. One of the constant feedback that comes from our customers is, your people are not talking, right? Your people are not forthcoming. Right? We will have some ideas and thought process we carry in the baggage, that we carry in our mind, but we lose the big picture of, winning as a team, right? Working as a team, right? So that is something again very, very important. How can we actually, if somebody is lagging, can we teach them and then bring them along? Because what is perceived as a as a success in the enterprises is how can you win as a team, right? How can you win as a company, right? So that's something very, very important, right? Unfortunately, our culture, and the way we are being assessed and evaluated, through our graduation, it's all something which is individual centric, right? So that's where in the companies you can actually see there are, apart from individual goals, right, there are also team goals, right, on which you will be assessed every, in your performance appraisals and so on, right? So that's again, on the soft skills when I try to define, so from basic business English communication skills to, presentation skills, working in teams, and going even beyond, right? What do I mean going beyond? Working across cultures, working, globally, right? The way we work, within our own state, right, is different, right? The way we speak, the way we behave, say people from Chennai will behave and react in a different way than people from Coimbatore or the other south side, right? This very simple way of ABCDs, right? All this new foundations of IT or new foundations of emerging technologies. A for artificial intelligence, automation, AR, VR, additive manufacturing, nothing but 3D printing, right? And B for big data, blockchain, C for cloud, cyber security, right? D for digital, DevOps, and of course C for communications like 5G. Now people are already talking about 6G. Right? E for edge networks. Edge networks are nothing but Internet of Things, right? So enterprise architecture. So many other new technologies are actually coming in the market. So they are impacting the work. They are also impacting the way we would work. Right? So there are many of these technologies where it's becoming human and machine working together. Right? How many of you are using generative AI? Gen AI tools, are you all using? Yes? Yes. What are you using it for? To do your assignment? So look at the way, it has, it has transformed, right? I'm sure, I think that's last year, by this time last year, the Gen AI was just a headline in the news, right? And look at it, the last 8 to 10 months, it has actually evolved into, and it is being influential in many aspects. Look at how much lagging the academic circle would be, right? Industry is to some extent, they try to grasp the latest technologies, but some of you would relate to. It's very, very slow, the change of syllabus, the change of curriculum in the academic circle, right? So while the subjects that you study build the foundation, right? The emerging technology is something which is which you need to learn. Faster pace at which these new technologies are evolving, and industries have to catch up, have to adopt these new technologies to be relevant in the market. And you as a future employees and the employees need to learn continuously these new technologies and new skills to stay relevant. Right? So that's the context in which we are all working, the industries are working. Right? The third one I want to share from one of the opportunities for you from Infosys. Right? Have you heard of what's called as Infosys Springboard? Where you have used Infosys Springboard?
Springboard is utilized in non-Motherland scheme.
In the non-Motherland,
Most of the students.
Right, okay, that's good, okay. So, Infosys, I talked about those professional skills, I talked about those technology skills. Infosys Springboard is a digital literacy initiative of Infosys, through which we are making available close to about 16,000 courses free of cost. Right? While you might have learned a few courses through the non-Motherland program, but there are close to about 16,000 courses which are available free of cost on Springboard, right? On various technologies and professional skills. Right? So it even starts from basic computer introduction skills to working with Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel to latest and emerging technologies on AI, cybersecurity and machine learning related courses to many of these professional courses are available on the platform for you to learn anytime, anywhere, on any device. Right? If you go to your App Store or Play Store, just search for Infosys Springboard. You'll be able to download the app. Or there is a URL. You just search in Google Infosys Springboard. You'll get the URL. Right? I'm sure I think as part of non-Motherwell you might have already created the account. If not, you can create the account and you can learn from any of this 16,000 courses. What we have also done is all these 16,000 courses we have stitched them together into different learning paths. For example, if any of you want to become a full stack developer, right, in Spring Stack or a full stack developer in .NET Stack, we have stitched together 150 hours to 200 hours of learning path, right, which you can take up. And after you take it up, you can also take up Infosys certification. That is also available. There are close to about 120 Infosys certifications, like Infosys Certified Java Developer, Infosys Certified Python Programmer, Infosys Certified UI Developer. Right? So there are many such certification programs are available. They are all video proctored, AI video proctored certifications, which you can take it from any place, from any camera-enabled device. Right? So you can do that, and there are what we call as a playgrounds. Nothing but the virtual labs. There are close to about 80 plus virtual labs are available, right? For you to practice whatever you are learning on the technology side. You can practice and get a mastery of those things. So there is a app called as Arena, where you can practice and take a challenge for programming languages. 60 different programming languages you can code and you can test your expertise. Right? So those are virtual labs that are available on the platform. And Infosys Springboard, through Infosys Springboard, you can also get internship opportunities at Infosys. Right? So every quarter, we take close to about 2,500 to 3,000 interns through Infosys Springboard. No other criteria whether you should be from this college or that college. The only criteria is you need to learn, you need to complete those relevant certifications on the platform in Infosys Springboard. Once you fulfill those learning criteria, then you get a chance to be part of those internship programs. It's a 12-week internship, virtual internship, which is currently available. Right? Actually, we started the Pragati program for women and ladies, right, who have a career break. Right? For example, for so many personal reasons, women take a career break, right? And when they want to come back to the company or start their career again, there is some kind of a imposter syndrome, kind of a low confidence, right? How can they start? So we actually started the program for that purpose, to enable ladies and women on emerging technologies and various professional skill programs. It's a 12-week program. It also has a 1 week of a face-to-face interaction at Infosys campus, any of the nearest Infosys campus as well. So it's a wonderful program for girls called as Pragati, that is also available as part of Springboard. So these are different opportunities that are available for you on Springboard, and very soon you will also get to see the job marketplace as well in Springboard. Right? You learn these learning paths, complete those certifications. You also get to see what are all the opportunities, job opportunities that are available. Right? So that is also will come in a couple of months or so in Infosys Springboard itself. As a fresher, right? Even if you are a fresher, right, you can aspire for 3 different roles in Infosys.
Sir, and repeat panninga sir.
Infy, TQ, INFY, TQ. And time to time there will be announcement to take up a certification exam. Once you clear the technical test, then you will be directly called for a HR interview, and if you clear, then you will get a job opportunity. Right? That's what is done in the LPTQ. It's as I said, it's a democratic. Anybody who fulfills the criteria, completed an engineering degree or a master's degree, will be able to aspire for apply for those certification test and aspire for those roles. So, as I said, Infosys recruits recruits three different roles. The first one is system engineer, and I'm sure that's a basic role, in which freshers join Infosys. Large amount of freshers join, right? So that's the entry level role. Digital specialist, a digital specialist engineer. So this is a role with a salary slab of around 6 lakhs to 7 lakhs. Okay, and there is a technical test, and there is a technical interview, and then you have a HR interview, and if you get selected, you will join as a digital specialist engineer. There is also another fresher role called as power programmer, right? So that's again there are two levels. So power programmer 1 and level 2. So, interview, and then you get into, you selected, you get into the company, right? So these are three different roles in which you can join Infosys, right? So that's I just wanted to share this information of what are the different roles. While these are the roles at Infosys, you have similar roles across other companies as well. So check for it, and you can benefit from these knowing about what is the process, what are the different roles available. You can prepare yourselves towards these opportunities that are available across industries. Right? So whether you are from IT or whether you are from computer science or mechanical, electronics, whatever background are you from. Right? So these are the three things I just wanted to share with you. Your colleagues, friends, or anybody, right? If it was a simple question, they may say, okay, that's what one of my folks have said in and when we were studying, right? So don't hesitate to speak up, don't hesitate to ask a question. I just want to see how many of you are able to stand up, ask a question, or if you have any clarification on whatever I said.
Power programmers are hired. So is it like any hackathon, if you participate in any hackathon, the Infosys will hire from there, get information from hire from there, or is it any particular hackathon?
The first selection is through a hackathon. It is Infosys hackathon. It's called there's a hackathon called as Hack with NP, right? So you will hear the communication process. You will have to register and be part of it. There will be a selection round and so on. It's not for any hackathon. It's a Hack with NP Infosys hackathon. And then once you get selected, become part of it, you will get to know the subsequent processes. So. Thank you for asking that question. So, Infosys, not only Infosys, other IT companies, the market has opened up, right? So it was last year, if you look at it, we didn't hire anyone. Right? It was zero recruitment, be it Infosys or any other companies, right? So things are coming back, things are becoming normal. Just as recent as day before yesterday, Infosys has announced that we will hire 15,000 to 20,000, right, for the next year. So it has already started. So it will come in different phases to different states. So it has already started. Yeah, so if you heard the questions, is there any role for mechanical engineer? I'm a mechanical engineer with a master's in aerospace. So I joined for a different role. I joined as a trainer for aerospace, and then I chose a career as a head of engineering academy, and then now handle different portfolios. So there are two different opportunities. One, even though you are a mechanical engineer, right? Whatever engineering discipline, Infosys recruits from all disciplines, right? The entry level role, the system engineer, what I said, Infosys recruits from all disciplines. Right? The only thing that you need to do is you have to clear those aptitude, logical reasoning, and pseudocode, the test, which is the first one. Right? So that's a core engineering that is happening. So if you have exposure and skill on these tools, you can also aspire and become part of those engineering services units, right? And the opportunities that you can be part of as a mechanical engineer.
Thankful to you. We are also very thankful to our Vice Principal, very grateful and thankful to you.
Aalim Mohammed Saleh College of Engineering, 𝐂𝐚𝐫𝐷, Chennai.